Artificial Intelligence – Introduction to Python. Overview. Learning objectives. By the end of this unit, you will be able to understand steps of computer-based problem solving, know basic programming terms, program, statement, token, identifier, variable, data types. Learn what Python is and its key features. Install and use Python in both interactive and script modes. Use control structures, sequential, if-else, if-else, nested if, for, while. Create and work with Python lists. Use Python tokens, literals, punctuators, and operators. Use input and print for input or output. Identify and fix syntax, logical, and runtime errors. Explore coding through the Code Combat game platform. What is Python? Python is a general-purpose, object-oriented, easy-to-learn and high-level programming language. It was created by Guido van Rossum in 1991. He named it Python after a funny TV show called Monty Python's Flying Circus. Python as a language supports simple English-like statements making it easy for the programmers to learn and maintain. This is one important reason for its popularity. Important features of Python. High-level language. Python is a high-level language. It means the code is written in a way that is close to human language and easy to understand. It is not like machine language. Easy to learn and use. Python uses simple English-like words. Even beginners can learn it quickly and start writing programs. Expressive language. Python can do big and difficult tasks using only a few lines of code. Free and open source. Python is free to download from www.python.org. You can also change the code and share it with others, even for business use. Cross-platform language. Python works on many operating systems like Windows, Linux, and Mac. You can run the same code on different systems with little or no changes. Interpreted language. Python runs the code line by line. This makes it easier to find and fix mistakes. Object-oriented language. Python allows you to use objects and classes. This makes the code neat, reusable, and easy to manage. It also supports ideas like inheritance and data hiding. Supports GUI. Python can be used to make programs with buttons, menus, and windows. Large standard library. Python has many built-in tools to do common tasks. This is very useful, especially in AI programs, because it saves time and effort. Role of Python in artificial intelligence. Python is the most popular language used in AI because of the following reasons. Built-in libraries. Python has many ready-made tools that save time and effort while making AI programs. Examples are NumPy for maths and science calculations, PyBrain for machine learning, SciPy for advanced computing, Pandas for handling and analyzing data. Platform independence. Python programs can run on any operating system like Windows, Mac, Linux, etc. Tools like pyinstaller help the program run on different systems without changing the code. Extensible. Python allows us to add extra tools and features using small modules. This helps programmers to create tools as per their needs. Data analysis tools. Python has tools like matplotlib that help in drawing charts and graphs. This makes it easier to understand and compare data, which is very useful in AI. Community support. Python has a large community of programmers who help each other through websites and online tutorials. This makes it easy to learn and solve problems while working on AI. Important uses of Python. Python is used in many different areas. Some of them are web and internet applications. Python has special tools like Pyramid, Django, and Flask to build websites and online apps. It also supports features like designing web content, connecting to databases, and using internet services. Scientific and mathematical work. Python has libraries like SciPy, Pandas, and IPython that help in solving math problems and analyzing scientific data. Game development. Python is also used to make computer games. Tools like PySoy and pygame help in building fun and interesting games. Some popular games made using Python include Battlefield 2, World of Tanks, and Toontown Online. Software development. Python is used to create different types of software. It also works with audio and video files, which helps in building media applications. Tokens. Tokens are the smallest parts of a Python program that have meaning. Python has different types of tokens. Keywords. Keywords are special words in Python that have a fixed meaning. We cannot use them as names for variables, functions, or anything else. To see the list of keywords in Python, type this in Python shell. This will show a list of all reserved keywords in Python. Identifiers. Identifiers are names we give to things like variables, lists, classes, etc. We create these names so they are user-defined. Rules for writing identifiers. Identifiers can include: an identifier can have letters in uppercase or lowercase, numbers or underscore. It cannot begin with a number or an underscore. No special characters like $, period, dot, space, etc. are allowed. It should not be a Python keyword. Uppercase and lowercase letters are different. Identifiers cannot include: first name, space is not allowed. Last and name cannot have special character. Class 9th cannot begin with underscore. 9th class cannot begin with number. Else, keyword not allowed. Example of valid identifiers are: my class, class 9, address, address, first name, city, student ID, data 123, class 9th Python keywords. Variables. A variable is a name given to a memory location that stores a value. Think of it like a container that holds data, which can change later. Properties of variables. Follows identifier naming rules. Can store values like integer, float, string, boolean, etc. Python creates a variable automatically when we assign it a value. Example. Here, variable first had a number, then it was changed to a word. Ways to assign values to variables. Method 1. Assigning different values to different variable on different lines. Method 2. Assigning different values to different variable on same line. Method 3. Assign same value to many variables on same line. Data types. Data types tell us what kind of value a variable holds. Each value in Python has a data type. It also helps to decide what we can do with that value. Some common built-in data types are numbers. Numbers are values that represent quantities. In Python, number data can be of the following types. Integer, whole numbers without decimals. Example. Float, numbers with decimals. Example. Complex, a number with two parts, real and imaginary. Example. None, a special type that means no value. Example. It is not zero, false, or empty, it just means nothing is assigned. Sequence types. A sequence is a collection of values stored in a specific order. Each value has a position called index. There are three main sequence types in Python. String. A string is a group of characters written inside quotes. You can use single or double quotes. For multiple lines, use triple quotes. Example. List. A list is a collection of values that can be of different types. Lists are written inside square brackets. Items are separated by commas. Lists are mutable, which means we can change the values after creating the list. Example. Tuple. It is a group of different types of values kept together. The values are written inside round brackets and separated by commas. Once a tuple is created, you cannot change its values, it is immutable. Example. Boolean. This data type has only two values, true and false. It is used in conditions and comparisons. Data type conversion. We can change one data type into another using special functions. Int changes value to integer. Float changes value to float. String changes value to string. Bool changes value to true or false. For example, you can get the data type of any object by using type function. For example, literals. Literals are the actual values that we store in variables. String literals, numeric literals, Boolean literals, special literal. Punctuators. These are special symbols used in Python code to help organize it. Examples. Operators. Operators are symbols used to do operations on values or variables. The values they work on are called operands. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used to do math operations on numbers or variables. Python provides the following arithmetic operators. Relational operators. Relational operators, also known as comparison operators, compare two values and give either true or false. Python provides the following relational operators. Logical operators. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions. They return either true or false based on the conditions. Python provides the following logical operators. Assignment operator. The assignment operator is used to assign a value to a variable. In Python, the is equal to sign is used for assignment. For example, augmented assignment operators. These operators do a calculation and update the variable in one step. They are also called shorthand assignment operators. For example, Python provides the following augmented assignment operators. Operator precedence. An expression is a combination of values, variables, operators, and functions. Example. Python follows a fixed order to solve expressions with many operators. This is called operator precedence. You can change the order by using parentheses. Order of precedence. Highest to lowest. Parentheses. Exponent. Multiply, divide, floor divide, modulus. Addition, subtraction. Same precedence operators. If two operators have the same precedence, Python solves them from left to right. But for exponent, Python solves from right to left. If operators have the same precedence, Python evaluates from left to right. Example. But for exponent, Python goes from right to left. Example. The print function. The print function is used to display output on the screen. It converts values into strings before printing them. Print. Explanation. Object, one or more values. These will be converted to a string before being printed. Separator, this is the separator between multiple objects. By default, it is a space. End, what to print at the end. By default, it is a new line. Examples. The input function. The input function is used to take input from the user. When the program runs, it stops and waits for the user to enter a value. The input is always treated as a string. Syntax. Input. Prompt is a message displayed to the user when asking for input. Example 1. When you run this, it will ask for your name and then display it. Example 2. If we execute the preceding code and enter 4 and 5 as the values of the first and second numbers, then the answer will be 45 instead of 9. When you use the input function, Python treats all input as strings. So, If you enter numbers, they will be combined as strings instead of added mathematically. Fixing the issue. To perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the input to integer or float using the int or float functions. Corrected code using integer for integer values. Now, if you enter 4 and 5, the program will correctly print 9. Iterative statements. In Python, when we want to repeat a set of instructions again and again, we use something called a loop. This process of repeating steps is called looping. Python has two main types of loops. For loop, when the number of repetitions is known in advance. While loop, when the number of repetitions is not known in advance. The for loop. In Python, the for loop is used when we want to repeat some instructions a fixed number of times. This is why it is called a definite loop, because we know how many times it will run. It runs a set of statements again and again. The number of repetitions is already known. The block of code inside the loop must be indented properly. There are commonly two different ways of using the for loop. Using a sequence. Using the range function. Using a sequence. A sequence can be a list, string, or any set of values. The loop will go through each item in the sequence one by one. Syntax. Where. For is a keyword. Counter variable is any identifier that keeps a count of the loop. Sequence is any values like integer, string, list, etc. Statements are always indented, can be single or a block. Using the range function. The range function creates a set of numbers. It is commonly used when we want to repeat something a certain number of times. Where, for, in and range are keywords. Start, end and step are parameters of range, function and will always be integers. Start is a starting value of loop, and end is an ending value plus 1 of loop. Step is the number of steps taken to reach the end value. If only two parameters are used, then step value becomes 1 by default. If only one parameter is used, the start becomes 0 and step becomes 1 by default. If start greater than end, then step is a negative integer, should be given. If start less than end, then step is a positive integer. If start greater than is equal to end and step value is not specified, then it assumes as positive, which is an invalid condition to run a loop, so the loop will not execute at all. Python for loop with range examples. The while loop is used when we don't know in advance how many times we want to repeat a task. It keeps running as long as the condition is true. That's why it is also called an indefinite loop. It checks the condition before running the loop. If the condition is true, it runs the block. If the condition is false, the loop stops. Indentation is required for the loop body. Syntax. Where. While, it is a keyword in Python used to start a while loop. Condition, it is a check or test. The loop will keep running as long as this condition is true. When it becomes false, the loop stops. Statements, these are the instructions inside the loop. They must be indented. The loop will repeat these statements again and again until the condition becomes false. Example. To print the sum of first 5 natural numbers. Algorithm. Flowchart. Source code. Output.